Oh hey K-pop stans, welcome to this video, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy and excited to annoy you with my rants, essays, and opinions. You've seen the title and you know why you're here. If you don't know what Kingdom is, it's an mnet show that was created with the kind intention to give light to the groups that aren't hyped enough. Well, that's what it's supposed to be. I'll explain myself later on that take and why I think that's bullshit. So long story short, the program features 4 rounds of performances, with the final round being broadcast live. The winner of the show got a reality show especially for the winning boy group, plus a Kingdom Week special show. The contestants in this competition were the boys, Ateez, Stray Kids, iKON, BtoB, and SF9. So now that I explained, long story short, what it is, without further ado, let us start with the reasons why I hated this show. Wait up before throwing tomatoes at me, okay? I'm not saying that Stray Kids were whack, just that their fandom helped so much that the performances they delivered attained the top 3 without actually being worthy of it compared to other performances. There was numerous time where the judges of the show placed them very low, but every time their fans would bring them back to rank 1 or at least the top 3. And good for them, you know. But here's the moment where I'm going to sound annoying, because that's not how things are supposed to be. In other words, that ain't fair. Which leads me to the second reason why this show annoyed me a lot. I mean, I understand the point of it, but 50%? 50%. This show is supposed to bring some light to underrated groups, so putting that much percentage on the voting and streaming, knowing there's groups that have stronger fandoms than others, which means more biased fans in a side that would blindly vote for their fave no matter how underwhelming their performances were compared to others. Not naming names here, but you get my point. I would have personally put the global voting at 20% and the streaming at 10%, because on a show like this, where the point is to put some light on the group's talent and not how big and strong their fandoms are, 50% relying on the fans looks a bit too much to me. I mean, you've seen the final ranking, right? Like, are you kidding me? I mean, maybe it's just me, but when I'm looking at their individual rankings at each round, they pretty much kept being on a rank they didn't deserve. And I mean that in a good way, of course. They deserve to be in a higher rank every single time. I mean, I don't know what you think, but I keep thinking about the SF9 move cover that had everything to be on the first place on the round 3. I mean, that was only if the boys' cover of Monster didn't exist. Anyways, on Ateez's side, it's almost the same thing that I think, especially for the intro performance. How the fuck did they end up 6th? Like last, bitch. They had one of the best performances. I mean, they ended up last with that performance. Like, imagine. Oh yeah, global voting. That thing really ain't shit. Don't get me wrong, there's no hate here, all love. But respectfully, why? They're kind of well placed in the industry. They're somewhat doing better than the contestants of this competition, and they don't really need the clout that SF9 or Ateez lack, for example. Domestically, I mean. For me, it was just a way for mnet to bring more audience. Because in my opinion, there were so much groups that needed that Kingdom attention that iKON and BtoB don't even need. Again, I'm repeating myself, but I'm saying that respectfully and with love. That time they wasted on Kingdom could have been spent on a new album. I mean, that self-evaluation thing, let's be real, was just here to create more problems between the contestants, and thank God they were bigger than this. But it did create something. ban words on Twitter. I won't name names, but I've seen groups getting mocked or slandered out of mnet's evil editing. And mnet's evil editing is a whole other story, but holy moly, that was some crazy stuff. They know that the self-evaluation thing will bring nothing more but drama, and that's what I absolutely despise and hate. Do I need to explain it more, or that isn't clear enough? Okay, I already see some of you being heated by that one opinion I have. An opinion that shouldn't be unpopular, by the way, and let me explain why. The boys are objectively the most spectacular performance in this whole lineup. Maybe you think I'm biased, and maybe I am, okay? But putting the O Sole Mio performance as last on the ranking of the round 2 was simply out of bad faith. You can't tell me that this performance was this bad. I'm sorry, but the heated feelings I had back then are coming back. Also, every single stages they made left no damn scrubs. The boys not only did their best on each round, but they were the best. I mean, except for the round 3. These were the only performances that were justifyingly beaten by the others, if I'm being honest. But if I list their performances, the Steeler epic version, No Air, O Sole Mio, Monster, and Kingdom Come, that only reinforces my will to say that they deserve the ranking of number 1. But you know, that 50% relying on fans unfortunately didn't play in their favor. Okay guys, that is it for today's video, and I hope you liked it. If you want to share your feedback or share your thoughts about anything related to this video, you can write it down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. Bye!